It gives me great pleasure to present tonight's guest speaker, Jared Ogungbemi-Jackson. Jared graduated from Garden City in 2009, and I had the privilege of coaching him for 4 years. His resume is staggering, to say the least. He led us to back-to-back provincial titles in 2008 and 2009. He was the provincial MVP both years, #1 player in the province both years, Basketball Manitoba Player of the Year both years. He also led our soccer team to the provincial title in grade 12 and was MVP of that as well. Needless to say, he was our Athlete of the Year in 2009. Jared then went on to play for the Calgary Dinos. He started all 5 years there, was named to the All-Rookie team, a CanWest second-team All-Star once, a first-team All-Star twice, and his final season was an All-Canadian. He finished his career at Calgary, first all-time in minutes played, first all-time in steals, and is the third leading scorer in the school's history. He then went on to represent Team Canada at the FISU Games in South Korea in 2015, and has been playing professionally for 3 years, the first 2 in Portugal and last year in Spain. He's been a second-team All-Star, a first-team All-Star, and also named Guard of the Year. It really comes as no surprise to me or anyone that knows Jared real well that he's achieved this level of success. A lot of people think that they work hard. His work ethic is legendary. Coaches used to say to me, wow, watching Jared play is just amazing, and I would always respond, watching him practice is even better. I've been around basketball a long time, and you don't see a lot of players that go full speed for a practice for 2 hours and then make themselves run if they miss 2 shots in a row. He's not only been a tremendous player, but also a great ambassador for Garden City. So without further ado, please help me welcome Jared Ogungbemi-Jackson.
How's everybody doing tonight? You guys look good in all of your dresses you got on. Thanks to Phil. Phil's known me since I was probably 11 or 12 years old. I used to come to the practices when I was in grade 7, to the varsity practices. So he's known me for a long time, and he's been an instrumental key in my success, not only on the court, but also, as a man. So thank you, Phil, for the kind words, and I wouldn't have had anybody else or wanted anybody else to introduce me, so thanks. My name is Jared Ogungbemi-Jackson. I just wanted to share a little bit of my story, hopefully give you guys some words of encouragement for your future and, what you guys may be doing down the road. So it's been about 9 years since I've been here, sitting in those exact same seats that you guys are sitting in, waiting for your food to come and enjoying the night, practicing in the West Gym before it became the theater that it is now. But 9 years ago, what I didn't know was that being at Garden City Collegiate was preparing me for my future. And when I say that, I talk about the culture that we have here. I think you guys are extremely fortunate to be here. From day one, when I came in grade 9, the culture was all about winning. But winning the right way, winning with respect, winning with work ethic, winning the right way. And in the beginning, we didn't win a lot. But every single day, whether it was 2-hour practices, 3-hour practices, sometimes 3.5, literally. That work ethic that we developed over time helped me grow as an individual. And at this stage of your career, when you're 16, 17, even younger, you might take that for granted. You may not realize what you have in front of you. All the coaches, all of the staff here, they give all of their time to you guys. And it's an amazing opportunity for you because some of them don't get paid. Some of them do this because they love the sport, and some of them do it because they want to see you guys progress in the future. So you guys should be very thankful for the people here who take the times out of their day to help you grow as individuals, as athletes, and student athletes also. So of course, Phil listed off all the awards and all of the achievements, which I'm grateful for, but behind all of that, there's an untold story. And that includes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of dedication, tears, blood, pain. And these are words that everybody says, but it's real. So I remember for myself, when I was in grade 10, going into grade 11, I just said to myself, you know what, I want to be the best player in the province. I want to be one of the best players in the country. And I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I put it in my drawer at home. I looked at it every single day. Sounds funny, but I did do this. And I remember going into the grade 11 year, I would be waking up around 5 a.m. I was catching the bus, I think 5:45, 6 a.m. I got to gym by 6:30, and I would be in the gym for about an hour and a half before practice, before school every single day. And this is when it was -30 and -35. I'll never forget that. So of course, me and the janitors had a great relationship because typically we were the only ones there at that time of the morning. But I would be in the gym, I would give everything I had. So by the time I was done, I was drenched in sweat. Whether I came to class a little bit sweaty or smelly, to me, I had a goal in mind, and that was more important. So, but that kind of derived from the culture that I was talking about, the winning atmosphere, the practices, how hard it was. All of that helped me and told me that, you know what, if I want these goals, if I want to achieve these things, I'm gonna have to do more than anybody else. And you hear that all the time, but it's the truth. Whoever puts in the most time, whoever puts in the most effort, the most sacrifice, typically ends up at the top or close to it. So, of course, from Garden City, I was able to get a basketball scholarship to the University of Calgary. And before I even dive into that, I just want to let you know that at that stage in my life, I think it was about decisions. Decisions, taking a risk, and also fear of failure. So those are three things that kind of came to my mind because I was 17 years old. Academically, I wasn't necessarily the best student at the time, and I was going to be leaving home. You know, at 17, I'm going to have to cook my own food. I'm going to have to be in classrooms that have 500 people. I don't know anybody. I didn't know anybody in Calgary at the time, so I was scared. And that's normal when you have big dreams and you have big goals. You're fearful. So I started out my career there. My first 2 years were extremely difficult. I had injuries. I'd never been injured before, so I had a foot that was in a cast for almost a whole year. I had to make food on my own, and academically I struggled a lot too because I wasn't necessarily the greatest student. So of course, my parents back home, my mom's in the crowd here, they were worried sick because they didn't know if I was gonna graduate, you know, they didn't know if I was gonna get a diploma, and more importantly, they didn't know if I was gonna be able to chase my dreams of becoming a professional basketball player. But in that time of darkness, and in that time of pain, I just thought back to all those hours at Garden City, training with Phil after practice, coming before, even with my teachers, before class, after class, at lunchtime. These are the things you have to do if, you know, school doesn't come easy to you or athletics doesn't come easy to you. You have to put in the extra time. And I was able to overcome that. 5 years later, graduate with a Bachelor of Arts and Communication Studies major, which was amazing for me because, like I said, I wasn't the greatest student. And of course, I had all the awards, and you know, I had a great time at U of C. The #1 scorer of all time at the University of Calgary, his name is Dan Tillman. He played against Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan told him that he's one of the best shooters he's ever seen in his life. And I know Dan Tillman. We have a great relationship. I played with his son. So the only reason I bring that up is when you take a risk, when you take chances, and when you push through difficult times, you get to meet people you think you would have never met in your life. So basketball has been able to do that for me. It's allowed me to travel across the world, do what I love, chase dreams, and also be here in front of you guys. So of course, from there I went to Portugal, and going into my second year, again, I had a goal, and I said to myself, I want to be the MVP of this league. And I wrote it down on probably at least 20 stick notes, and I put them all over my room. I put them in my bathroom, put them right beside my bed. So every day I woke up, all I saw was MVP, you can do this, motivation, you're the best, you put in work. I saw that to the point where I believed it, and I walked around with that aura as if I already was that. And before you know it, at the end of the first half of the season, I was #1 in MVP voting, our team was in first place, and at the end of the year, I was named Guard of the Year. So that just kind of shows you how writing your goals down and actually believing in something can take you somewhere. And you can manifest your goals. If you truly, truly believe in it, first you have to believe, because if you don't believe, then there's no point in writing a goal down. But then you have to work. And that's what I did, and I was able to become successful. And now this past season, playing in Spain is a great honor also. I'm in the second division in Spain, and the top league in Spain is widely known as one of the best leagues in the entire world outside of the NBA. So I'm literally inches away from the top league in Spain. And for those of you who obviously don't know, when I was probably 10, 11, 12, I always said to myself, like, one day I want to play in the best league in Spain. Like, I don't know why, but that was always a goal for me. I always said to myself, I want to be one of the best, and I want to play in the top league in Spain. And right now, I'm literally inches away from that. So for me, that's amazing, and that just shows you how much dedication and hard work, if you put it in and you're true to it, great things can happen. And I'm chasing my dream, and I'm living my dream, and a lot of that stems from this institution. That's why I'm back here. That's why I'm here giving my time to talk to you guys and share a little bit of my story, because if I never came here, there's no telling that I would have ever gone to UFC and got a scholarship, or there's no telling if I would have became a pro. And that's because of the time and the hours from the coaches and all of that. So without rattling on too long, my advice to all of you guys is just embrace this opportunity that you have here. You're at a great institution. They truly care about you. They truly do have your best interest. And for all we know, there could be the next lacrosse player in here, professional, or NHL player, or MLB player, or the next doctor, or the next lawyer in this crowd. Because 9 years ago, I was sitting in the exact same place that you guys are, looking up at the stage. So the last thing I would say is that we all have a gift. And I believed one of my gifts is basketball. So for me, I had to stay true to that. I had to respect it. I had to give everything I had to it. And look what it's done. It's taken me to Portugal. It's allowed me to learn new languages. It's taken me to Germany, to South Korea, literally all over Europe and other places also. And this is just the beginning. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. Thanks for all the time. And I want to wish you guys, good luck on the rest of your year with exams and things of that nature, and be proud of being a Garden City Gopher, because I know I am, and it's taken me far. So enjoy the rest of your night, and thanks so much.